Moving On project is a support programme for people in the Doncaster area who are in recovery from drug and alcohol misuse. There are 3 of us in the team, and we help our clients by identifying and removing barriers that have been preventing them from moving on to finding opportunities in education, training and employment. Moving On project was set up initially as a pilot project, working solely with Mexborough residents who had issues with drugs. That 12-month project yielded some really good results, and we found that there was an obvious gap in provision between people seeking help, and there was a lot of provision for prescription for methadone, but there was no provision at the other side of it when people are coming through the methadone programme, and then there was nothing to help them access education. A lot of people have not had any education since leaving school because of the drug use and the complicated lives that leads to, or for anyone to get any qualifications and training to help them access the job market. So we saw in that first pilot project that we had some really good results, helping people upskill, getting the experience that they needed, and providing support for people to get into employment. And we had some really good results in that first 12 months. And then the project was expanded to include people with alcohol issues as well as drug issues, and also to include the whole Doncaster borough, so that every resident in Doncaster who were in recovery from drug or alcohol use could access the service. I think this project is having some really positive impacts for people who are serious about recovering from drug and alcohol misuse. I can think of many instances of where I've met people at the initial stages of recovery and seen what they're like then, with low self-esteem, low confidence levels, lack of skills, lack of any sort of things that you could actually put on a CV to apply for jobs, and having worked with them for a few months, upskilling them, getting the basic skills sorted out, so the maths and the English and the computers, initially to give them that confidence to move on to other things, and then to access more training that's a bit more specific to reaching the goals that they actually want to reach, and then helping them with job search. So we've helped a lot of people over the past few years access employment. But I think people often forget about the other side of things. It's not all about getting people into work. It's the effect that it has on that individual. It's the effect that it has on the relationships with their own immediate family. A lot of the times that their drug use has impacted negatively on their relationships with the family, the children, the parents, and the wider community. And very often you'll see that when people have started to deal with the problems with drug use, that they win back the friends and they win back the family that have disowned them in the past, which I think is a really positive thing that can't be overlooked. And the effect also on the wider community, because a lot of people who are experience problems with drug and alcohol misuse do commit crimes, whether it's acquisitive crimes to get money to buy drugs, or whether it's crimes committed while they're under the influence of drugs and alcohol. And so we've seen a definite decrease in crime for a lot of our clients while they're accessing the support.
If I'm totally honest, and I will be totally honest, I heard that I got a driving licence and 5 lessons if I did a computer course. And at the time, it kind of killed a lot of birds with this just one stone. It got me my licence and it got me my computers, got me computer literate, it gave me something that I needed. And does that make me sound a bit selfish, like there's nothing in it for me? But I think that's what most people work like, don't they? And that's what it was, to be honest. But it came at a time in my life where I was looking to do something anyway, but that added to it, that did put a bit more sugar on there.
It's just getting more qualifications, really. I did my CSCS card beginning of this year, then a couple of months ago I went to that rain at Rotherham. I did me English, Maths and IT, got level 2 in all lot. You know what I mean? First time I used a computer as well, though. You know what I mean? So I picked it up pretty quick. Still can't use my phone, though. You know what I mean? Computers and all that, it's my phone. But yeah, I've got all my certificates in that. I've just done a badge course now, I've just passed that. We're doing follow-on to that. So, yeah, I'm getting qualifications and that. I did more now than I did at school.
Yeah, oh yeah, it ruined my life, totally. Yeah, no good whatsoever. And that's the beauty now working with Rob. I didn't access it until I was clean, and it's helped me stay clean, because I think it's, like I say, I can do my computers now, I've got my driving licence on its way, checks and everything, do you know what I mean? I've got my check, I've got it all, and now I'm doing my barge thing, they want me to volunteer there. And I was saying to Rob downstairs, I know it probably won't matter to him. It probably would, like, because I know Rob. It would matter to him. If I were to relapse, if I were to get back on gear, it would matter to him. But you see, it mattered to me that if I did, to go and say to him, listen, mate, do you know what I'm saying? I know it's crazy. He's like, he's a mate, do you know what I mean? And that's how I think about him, as a mate. And I don't have many mates, do you know what I mean? I'm bubbly and that, but I don't. I'll keep myself to myself, do you know what I mean? But I like Rob, and he's done a lot for me, and I know he's doing this for me to help me. So I ain't going to mess that about, do you know what I mean? I ain't going to keep going and be dodgy about it, do you know what I mean? I'm on it, so I'm glad about that. And it's, yeah, I haven't had no problems, no relapses or anything while I've known Rob, so I'm buzzing.
Oh yeah, well it did, because I was spending more time doing drugs and that than I was doing everything else, you know what I mean? But got myself sorted out through my key worker, then my key worker introduced me to Rob. Then I was doing courses with Rob, then I got clean and I signed off, you know what I mean? But I had a mishap sometime beginning of this year again. And that's when I got back in touch with Rob and started doing all courses again. So. Well, it's just same answer as other question, really. I'm meeting new people again, I'm getting out of the house, doing different things, like that barge course, it's great, that. I never ate off on that, I didn't think I'd be able to do it like that, but took to me like a duck to water, you know what I mean? First day on it, I did my fire drill, emergency stop, 3-point turns and all that. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Like I say, I ain't got many mates. I've kept myself to myself, but I like to think, they'll probably tell you different, but I like to think everyone at this barge course, they're a friend now, do you know what I mean? And like, they seem to like me, funnily enough, I don't know, but they do, they want me to go back, they're asking me to volunteer now. And I know that'll give me something that, like I say, when you're around people, you like to maintain how you are, you know what I mean? You don't want to let things slip, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm going to be someone I'm not, I'm going to just be myself. But myself is someone who likes to, you know, get on, be nice, be friendly and that. And these people allow you to do that. See, they would have probably never would have let me get as far as I've got without the introduction that I got through Rob. Like, this is Marky's sound, you'll be all right. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'd have just knocked on the door, they'd probably no, they probably wouldn't have done, but I would have been too scared to even try. So that got me through the door, and now I'm through the door. My foot's wedged in it, and I'm not going nowhere, so it's good, brilliant.
Well, hopefully, might get a job at British Waterways, but narrowboating and that, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just gaining more confidence, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's more confidence, and it's just helping me day to day. Oh, yeah.
I did Rotherham, rain building, a college thing, which was for 3 weeks, and it turned into, because of it was 3 weeks block, but when I went, it was 1 week stagger week, which turned into 1 week stagger week, and then the internet went down, so I couldn't go. But it kept me involved. It kept me head on this thing, so it worked out that it took a lot longer than what I thought it would, but it kept me there, it kept me focused on wanting to do this, and that were a good thing for me, because it kept me head there. I could have gone for 3 weeks and just thought, right, that's that done, but it kept me there, and you know, and Rob were always on phone, making sure, you know, if out were happening, he would bang on. Listen, you can't get in today, let me know. Or they phoned and said, you can't go in, don't worry about it, mate. If you need a bus to go. Honestly, we're sound, we were brilliant. So that said, I got my computers, did my maths, my English. I passed all that. I was buzzing with that. I'm well pleased with that. And then now he's got me on this barge, this narrowboat thing. Like I said, that's not just about doing a barge. There's a lot more in it, you know. Talking to people that I probably wouldn't normally talk to, getting on with people. Do you know what I mean? One of the guys on there, he owns a business, you know, any work going, he'll let me know. He probably wouldn't have done that if he'd not known me. And then, I mean, do you know what I mean? So it's all good.